home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. MLB The Show brings you the Subway Series. It's the New York Yankees going up against the New York Mets.
Míralo, siéntelo, que este party se encendió. Míralo, siéntelo y ya. Turn it up, drop it down, do it any way you like. Todavía no entiendes, papi. Te lo explico otra vez, todo el mundo menea los pies. Esto no es ajedrez, ni tampoco parche. Jala la
With my
morena,
partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Okay, Singy, he's got some extra swagger today after that monster performance in the last game. So much confidence in that swing.
No doubt about it, Boog. He did everything but drive the team bus back to the hotel. Looking forward to seeing if he can ride that wave into this one.
Back with the first pitch right after this. Today's starting pitcher, Clay Holmes. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Trent Grisham leading things off and takes a strike. The 0-1.
That's the ball.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the Yankees have the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
It's Aaron Judge now. Right through there for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game one of this three-game set. Strike two.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Giancarlo Stanton in the box with one away as he takes ball one. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. The 1-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 1-2. Strike three, and that's two in a row. Two down, base is empty. Here's the veteran first baseman, Cody Bellinger.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. a strike at the knees. 2 down, nobody on. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And he'll 2. Swings through it for the K. That K is his 3rd of the game. Mets do get one back, though, on the solo homer. It's an early 1-0 lead. This is the Subway Series on the show.
Gotta get to the business. They watching, they witnessing. Got a record, I break it like Guinness. Oh, yeah.
We go to the bottom of the 1st. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Luis Gil. What's the scouting report on him?
Boog, 8 solid innings his last time out, picked up the win. See what he's got today. If he plays catch with his catcher the way he did, doesn't shake off, I think we'll see more of the same.
Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
Circle change. Low inside.
That one to first.
No, that's foul,
and
that's foul.
Foul ball.
Slider. Middle inside.
That one missing inside.
Slider. Low inside.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 out. Let's take a look at our lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
In today's game, hitting with power is essential, Boog. Pitchers throwing 95 and above. Stringing hits together is hard to do. So home runs and extra base hits are crucial, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Juan Soto in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Soto
Slider.
with a couple of
Middle
homers
outside.
in his last game. On the ground at first, and that's just foul.
Slider. Middle inside.
The 1-1. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Batting third baseman, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Slider. Middle inside.
That's the ball.
4-seam fastball. High middle.
And the 1-0.
Hey!
Circle change. Low middle. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Slider. Middle outside.
On the ground right side, and it goes just foul.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
This one in the air, center field. Grisham backing up, and to his right makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We go on to inning number 2. Yankees 1 and the Mets nothing. This is Mets baseball on the show NYC. Back now with the Subway Series. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Wells matched a homer in his last game.
Ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Tap foul at the plate. Here's a 1-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boog.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. will hit next.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Slings to first in time.
Batting 7, shortstop Anthony Volpe.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Anthony Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swings through that. Just missed. This to center field. Coming on Robert, and he's there. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Yankees 1 and the Mets nothing. You're watching Mets baseball on the show NYC. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the second. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. Polanco getting to start at first. 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
No, that's a ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
On the ground.
No, that's foul.
And foul ball.
Circle change. Low middle.
Here's a 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
Circle change. Low middle.
Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. In the dirt, he picks it. And that's a great play.
Batting 5th, second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Now it's Marcus Semien.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Ball.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside. Slider. Low outside.
The 1-1. What a stop. to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting 6.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Four-seam fastball.
And now the DH, Brett Beatty. That's in there. Strike one.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Fastball for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Circle change. Low outside.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Inning over. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Welcome back. Last series of pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers.
Hold on, wait a minute, we all just need a minute. The party been started, we all just need to finish. If I buy a chain, I'm doing it by myself. And I'ma get a pennant that say I'm independent. I'm a big man. You couldn't kick it with me even with a kickstand. Oh, you got big ideas? Well, I got a big plan. And I only take it up with the big man.
Max Schumann, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Ripped, but it curls foul. That smash towards center. One up, one down.
Batting 9th, left fielder, Jose Caballero.
Now the left fielder, Jose Caballero. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Caballero with an impressive show of speed in his last game, swiping 3 bags.
It's a lot of fun watching him run the bases, Boog. I think opposing pitchers and catchers need to take a few extra minutes to plan out how they'll adjust when he gets on base.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Going 2 now. Got him swinging for the K. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Inside, almost got him. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Robert under it. And that'll do it. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. But they still lead it 1-0.
Feel like Nick, throwing cannons down the field. I'm a wild out. Step up to the plate, no hesitation. I'm a wild child. Crowd control. They gon' lose their mind. We feel no wild out. Wild out.
Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and stepping in for New York, Luis Robert Jr.
Low outside. Slider. Low outside.
Way out front for strike two.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Outside, ball one.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Circle change. Low inside.
1-2 now. Got him swinging.
Batting 8th, right fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Slider. Low outside.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Low outside.
0-2 now. Popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that's a one-out single. Pushing for more, pushing his luck. And he'll make it into third with a triple.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Loop that one in there for the knock. Definitely got that pitch on the outside of the cap a little bit, but he made it work for him.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swinging a foul out of play.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
In the air, right field. Judge on the move. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. And he's safe. Great effort, but it's a tie ball game. So no one on after the second fly. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the first.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
The 0-1. Swing and a ball popped up. That is the inning. 3 innings complete. All tied 1-1. On to extra innings. Here comes Aaron Judge. Up now, top 5 at OPS and climbing. It's been a loud season for him.
Yeah, he's walking, slugging, and raking. A total threat for this lineup. You can count on competitive at-bats every time.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Not many guys in this league can beat you in this many ways, Singy.
Yeah, he's making pitchers work every pitch of every at-bat. Really good rhythm and discipline in the box.
1-1 now. Nice grab. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Swings through the sweeper. That was the sweeper, but it missed. That's a little bit low.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Here's Cody Bellinger. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball one.
Two down, nobody on.
Yeah.
Bellinger thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. Two and 0 the count. Here it comes. Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Went down on strikes his first time through. Man on second, 2 down. That one fouled off. Not close, and it deflects away. No advance, though. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Bellinger on his way home. He'll score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. 0-1. Pitch kicks away. And the runner holds. Here's a 1-1. And that's outside. Next offering is outside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
(3-1) now. On the ground to first. And it's through for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
At the plate, Anthony Volpe. And the sweeper misses.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Two on, 2 outs. And a foul ball. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Good job of damage control right there. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. This is the Subway Series on the show. Back now with the Subway Series. Ready to go, bottom 4. Juan Soto up now for the Mets.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined in the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of standing with mechanics.
Here's the third baseman, Bo Bichette, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And that one fouled off.
Slayer, middle outside.
Man at second.
Nope, that's away.
Four-seam fastball, low outside.
And the count 1-2.
Four-seam fastball, low middle.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Slayer, middle outside.
Swing and a ground ball. Bellinger steps on the bag. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Mets.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
That one in there across the letters.
He's looking great so far. It helps with over 80% of your first pitches or strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
One away with a runner at third. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
High inside.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. That helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Slayer, middle outside.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Soto scores. A big 2-out hit and the game is tied.
Well, it comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Go-ahead run on base. Brett Baty up now for the Mets. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Foul ball there.
Circle
Simeon off for first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. 2-2 game. This is Mets baseball on the show, NYC.
So what's the win without a comeback? Hustling every day to win. Now you win this in a comeback.
Back here at Citi Field, we go to the top of the 5th. Max Schumann stepping in now for the Yankees. Schumann in his 3rd season, 28 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Swings through that one for strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Huascar Brazoban up and throwing.
That's the ball.
Strike 2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So up next for New York, Jose Caballero. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Oh!
Swings through that one. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Now here's Trent Grisham. He's already homered here in this one. That one ripped, but foul. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. And that one is inside ball 1. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Halfway through, and we're tied 2 apiece. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets. Robert, the native of Cuba, signed with the White Sox in May of 2017. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
High inside.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Slider. Middle outside.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw to first is in time.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Now it's the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Mets, catcher Ben Rortvedt.
So up next, Ben Rortvedt drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up.
Fastball. High outside.
Nope. Ball 1.
4-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Swing and a miss.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
The 1-1.
No, that's a ball.
4-seam
2 down,
fastball.
nobody on.
High
Last half
outside.
of inning number 5. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Slider. Middle inside.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
4-seam fastball. High outside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Struck him out without a swing. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Through 5. All even at 2-2. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Pitcher coming on, the veteran, Oscar Brazoban.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Brooks Raley, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Minter also throwing. The changeup missing. Now 1-2. Got him. Run away. And here is Giancarlo Stanton, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Hey!
Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. There's a swing and a drive. And foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. Stan wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And it's going to stay a strike. Still one challenge left for them. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. 1 for 2. Two down, nobody on. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-1. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Home half of the 6th inning coming up. Deadlocked to 2 apiece. Now with the Subway Series. Bottom of the 6th. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. That just misses. And that's ball 1.
Circle change. Low inside. Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Lindor swings through that one.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just to swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Good job to fight that one off.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
For the Mets, left fielder, Juan.
And now it's Juan Soto.
Picking up where he left off last game, Boo. Really comfortable in the box. You can see it in his body language.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
The 1-0. Fly ball down the line. Judge going back on it. And it hooks just foul.
Circle change. Low outside.
Whoa.
Circle change. Low middle.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
2-2 now. Sets him down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. So digging in, Bo Bichette.
Middle outside.
Bo.
Four-seam
Two
fastball.
down, nobody on.
Middle
Here in the
inside.
bottom of the sixth. Check
Strike.
swing,
Woo.
but he went too far. And the count 1-1.
Four-seam fastball. Low middle.
There's the strike.
Two.
Slider. Low outside.
The 1-2. And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets go down quickly. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Minter.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
That's a ball. Ball
He's
inside.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So that removes their last challenge. Pitch misses there. 3-1. Bounce to the right side. Polanco takes it to the bag. That's the first out in the top of the seventh.
For the Yankees, second baseman Jazz Chisholm Jr.
So up next, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Just missed. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Swing and a miss. Oh, and he lost the handle on that one. One-two now. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's inside. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 2-2. And there's a ball.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Payoff pitch. And he walks
Take you,
it.
mate.
And he heads down to first as a potential go-ahead run after that long AB ends in a walk. Anthony Volpe digs in now.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Quick move to first. Chisholm back on a dive. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. On the ground to third. Long throw to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
For the Yankees, third baseman, Max Schumann.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Max Schumann stepping in now for the Yankees. The Mets trying to keep this a 2-2 game here in the top half of inning number 7. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
He's trying for third. Ball misses. Has some trouble with it. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base probably caught him off guard a little bit.
That one misses. Full count now. Jose Caballero in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Payoff pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Simeon toss over to first. And that will end the inning. The Yanks lead 1. Score remains 2-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Will Warren. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Inside.
Sinker. Middle outside.
Right side. Chisholm. Whips it to first. One away. Big time out leading off the home 7.
Second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Here is Marcus Semien.
Four-seam fastball. High nil.
Back one.
Circle change. Low middle.
That's out to center field. Base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base. Looking to extend the play now. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
So digging in, Brett Baty.
Although I'd say he's due.
That one is absolutely belted. That's a base hit. That gets by him. Runner around third. He'll score, and they take the lead in the seventh.
Clutch hitting right there to give him the lead this late in the ballgame. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Luis Robert now.
High middle.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Fouled off. He was late.
Sinker. Low middle.
Man at second. That's in there. 0-2
Sweeper.
down.
Low outside.
That one missed.
Slurve. Low outside.
Got him. And there's 2 away.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Inside.
Next to hit, Tyrone Taylor. Foul off down the right side. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 7th. That one is absolutely belted. And foul ball.
Sweeper. Low outside.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's now a 3-2 ball game.
My band as bad as the Beatles, so talk to me nicely. Stand on pins and needles, and Dallas, my gameplay is dangerous and lethal.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brooks Raley.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the left fielder, Jose Caballero. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Action in the Mets bullpen. Devin Williams, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. 0-1 now. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a count 1-2. Outside. Stays alive. Here's the 2-2. And there's a ball. Trent Grisham in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Out towards right center field. Taylor moving under it. He's got it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, center fielder Trent Grisham.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. He's already homered in this game. And the lefty with the 0-1.
Oh!
Late with the swing there. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Step off, throw to first. And he just got his hand in there. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Robert hustles it back in as the tying run is forced to stop at second. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Out to short, Lindor flips it. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Ben Worthbeck.
Yeah.
Sinker. Low middle.
Right through there for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That one misses. 1-2 to count.
Sweeper.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Judge has a beat on it. And there's one away. Here's Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one.
Sinker. Inside.
No.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
That one finds the zone.
Four-seam
One ball,
fastball.
one strike.
High outside.
This one in the air, center field. Chisholm should have this one. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Mets, left fielder Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now.
Well, he was a game changer last time out, and we're seeing much of the same today. A tremendous asset for this lineup.
Sweeper.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one hammered and foul ball.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly what the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Circle change. Low outside.
The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Sinker. Low outside.
The 1-2. That one to first, and that's just foul.
Sinker.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job.
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. Juan Soto the opposite way. His 11th of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 4-2.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and they have that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So 2 down, Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Will Warren done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New pitcher on now, Camilo Doval. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Slider. Low middle.
Forward.
Sinker. Low middle.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees. Closer, Devin Williams.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The other way, and he beats the shift. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, players pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. Tap foul at the plate. The Yankees looking to rally. The Mets trying to close out a 2-run lead here at the top of the ninth. In the dirt, blocked. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Williams checks the runner.
Safe, he's
Bellinger
in.
dives back. The tying run at the plate. Runner goes again. Throw, and they got him.
Morgan, never really like trying to steal third base when my teammates up there with 2 strikes. That hitter's got a battle going on. They see you take off. Everything gets a little more exciting, a little quicker. They might end up swinging at a pitch that's not in the strike zone. Right there, a strikeout and a throw out at third. It's just really disappointing.
So last chance for the Yankees. So up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the right side. Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and what a play. Ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shelby saying so long.
I let the market decide.